Hey, what's up guys? Since I just got home from work, I'm going to start the sanding and the staining process of this whole table that I'm making. So I'm going to cut right to that. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here is the sanding process essentially, and I'm just going to kind of explain my thought processes on the sanding, what kind of sandpaper I used and what I'm doing. So essentially the sander itself is an orbital sander, and I'm essentially going with the grain so that everything kind of looks unique. Towards the end, you'll see I start kind of just going all over the place, and I'll explain why. But right now, I'm just sanding down all the little the wood filler, and I'm just going around and getting that stuff started with. And the sandpaper I'm using is a medium sandpaper, so like not too hard and rough, it's not going to take tons of stuff off, but it's not too fine to where it's not going to get anything off. So I went with more in the medium, and then you won't see in this video, but I also went over with a 220 extra fine, so to get ready for staining. But I decided to I didn't want to sand everything down because I kind of liked the original color in a way. So what I did was I sanded certain areas down a lot more to get a lighter color, while other areas I didn't sand as much. And like I said, this is to kind of get maybe an industrial look. So that when I go to stain, all I have to do is one coat, and essentially some places will be darker and some places will be lighter, and I think that would be kind of cool. So that's what I did here. Just kind of went all over the place. I didn't want a uniform sand look. I just kind of went with the flow and see what I liked. And then around the middle piece there, around the little grommet in the middle, I was just focused on kind of getting the edges nice and clean. But other than that, that was it. It was a pretty easy process. So what I'm going to do right here is just, as you saw, I kind of spilled all of this all over the place. So yeah, I kind of got some on this board, but what I'm going to do is kind of just wipe down, make sure there's no extra sawdust. A lot of people would wipe it down with, I believe it's called mineral spirits, and just to get all of that sawdust off the wood and make sure the wood is nice and clean and the way you want it. This is what I'm going to go for. It's going to be an interesting look. It may not look good. It may look good. I'm still got to clean up some of these little areas in here. And we'll do that with some just sandpaper. But overall, we're going to go right into the staining. So now I begin the staining process, and right here I'm just kind of erasing some of the pencil marks I couldn't get out, which is fine. You can't see them in the end anyways. But basically I start off by going with the grain of the wood and just trying to get a nice little uniform look all over the place. First, just again going with the grain, and I thought this was actually, again, a lot easier than I thought it would be almost. It's very smooth to put on, and like when I used the wood filler for the first time, I was like, wow, this is a lot easy. And same with this stuff. I mean, not much to it really. I would recommend doing this outside because if you don't, it does linger, like the smell of the stain lingers around in your house for quite a while, I've noticed. So I would definitely either do this by like a window that's open, or just fresh air outside, because you can really start to smell the toxic fumes coming off the stain. But yeah, so now I'm nearing the end of the actual staining process, and I'm just going back over, touching up any spots that look kind of off, that I don't like, and cleaning up the middle piece there just to, make everything look nice. Okay, and then right here, I waited about 5 to 15 minutes, that's what it says on the little can there, for the stain to kind of settle in, and now I'm just going over with a towel that I don't really care about, and just getting all the wet spots off and just kind of making it look, again, nice, uniform, and clean. I think I like it the way it's turned out. You could still see the wood filler, which is something I'm not sure about, but that's okay. So one of the next steps I plan to do with this table is I'm going to put some sort of metal edging around the sides, somewhat like this middle piece, because I think that'll kind of complete the look of what I'm going for. I'm going to attempt to find something online or in stores to where we can, kind of fit it around this edge and see what we can get. Other than that, as far as the bottom side, I might stain it, I might not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This side I don't really care about because you're not gonna see it. It's gonna be like this. So it could be something I might do, could be something I might not. It is what it is. So I think this is where I'm gonna end off the video right here. In the next video, I'll put the final touches on this thing, really. We're gonna put that middle edge on that I've talked about, and we are also going to fasten the legs on there. That might be a tiny bit of a longer video just because of the process of what I'm gonna do to put the legs on there, and also that metal skirting. But other than that, I think that's where I'm gonna end it off. I hope you all have a great day.